High school, and I guess 20 years now. Gosh, it's really sad to think. Jami and Andrew, thanks for picking such a lovely place to get married. It's really tough to hang out here, I have to say. Dr. Saunders and Joanne, thank you so much for your hospitality. We're really enjoying it, I think. Everyone having a good time?
Celia. Huh? Celia. Go.
Okay, sorry. Celia. Oh, and thank you, Celia, as well. Okay, I'm going to hand it over here to Eric, and this is where we're going to do the toasts. Oh, and I have to say, Dr. Saunders gave me 2 things to do tonight. He said, I want everyone liquored up, and I want Jami and Andrew roasted. So, here we go.
Good evening, I'm Eric Zaymore. I'm friends with Andrew and Jami. And tonight's the opportunity for all of the friends to stand up and say a few words on behalf of either or both of them. Before we get started, I want to just also note that Andrew's mom, Ruth, could not be here tonight as she couldn't travel, but just maybe raise a glass to her, and also raise a glass to John Rabel, who passed away, but just in honor of him. So raise a glass.
Raise a tequila shot.
Here we go. Cheers. Oh, yeah.
And do a shot.
Clink.
So getting that moving on from there. I want to start the night maybe with a little game of chance. In the Jewish tradition, on Passover, we usually hide the matzah. And someone who finds the matzah gets a prize. Well, tonight we've hid the tortilla. And under somebody's seat cushion, there is a tortilla. We'll ask that you reach under your seat cushion and please find the tortilla so that you can redeem your prize.
Here, pick yours up. No.
No tortilla from many of you. Sorry. Did we find a tortilla?
No tortilla.
No tortilla. We thought maybe that would get the ball rolling tonight. The one with the tortilla would start the good word and say something pleasant.
I fear your work is behind this.
Go.
I fear you're behind this.
There you go.
That's why you were making us get in line.
Come up here.
Wherever you want. It's cordless.
I thought maybe that I might get ropes in, knowing some of the people that here that like to rope people in things. So I prepared just a little something, but what I decided was I'm not really a public speaker, so I would just make a note, some words really, nice words about Andrew. And so I'm just going to read them out. Thank you. Actually, one thing I would say, this is going to be very brief. One thing I would say about Andrew is that, and this is the mark of a man in England, he can take an insult. And that's really what I like about him. But seriously, Andrew has the qualities, like he's a very sensitive guy, he's a very warm guy, he's a very generous guy, and those are rare things to find. And he obviously also has fantastic taste in women. Yes. So, I would say, raise a glass for the couple. Congratulations, and may it all be the best of everything for you.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Andrea and Rachel have prepared something.
my name's Andrea, and I'm from Chicago, and I went to college with Jamie. So Rachel and I are representing the Jamie College experience. This is in 2 parts. All right, so I wanted to talk tonight about some of my favorite things about Jamie. As I was putting this list of things together in thoughts, I sort of realized that as they were realizing they were my favorite things about Jamie, I realized they were also probably the exact same qualities that led her to find Andrew. So keep that in mind as I'm going along. So number 1, she always follows her dreams. From pre-med to photography, and as an aspiring fashion designer, chef, and architect along the way. I'm sorry, but can you even believe that you took the MCAT? Number 2, she's always my partner in crime, and she never needs convincing. Some of my standouts are our visit to South Fork Ranch, possibly wearing cowboy hats and boots, tandem parasailing in the Bahamas, and permanently renaming ourselves Pia and Lena during our time together in Italy. Number 3, she loves surprises. She surprised us in Chicago 3 times. Once she randomly took a train cross country from Colorado and surprised me in the lobby of my office. Number 4, she is the most loyal friend. Her happiness is contagious, and she brings joy to the lives of everyone she knows. Number 5, she knows what she likes. She is patient and persistent and does not settle. And this makes her a bit hard to buy a gift for. Sorry again about the ankle-length tweed skirt we got you for your 22nd birthday. Really? What were we thinking? Number 6, she can put together an outfit like nobody I know. She can pull off a vintage peach polyester ruffled waitress shirt and make it look like Marc Jacobs. Number 7, she likes to be last. She was the last one to board our plane to Italy. Literally, they were closing the door to the plane behind her. She's always the last one to be ready to go out. She's always the last one to leave a party, more often than not needing to be dragged out. And like we all predicted in college, including her, Jamie's the last one of our college friends to get married. I knew right away when I met Andrew that Jamie had found the one. His love for her was so clear to me right away. Their shared creativity, vision, and passion for life make them an amazing pair. I have continually been blown away by all the love, design, and energy put into everything leading up to this weekend. Thank you so much for sharing it with us. We're so lucky to be here with you. Ti amo, Pia. All right, Rach. Okay. Rach should stand.
No, no,
Okay.
Let's have him stand in the middle.
Yeah. Get in the middle.
What? Okay, in the middle.
One more, just do one
Yeah.
more.
Okay,
One
one
more,
second.
please.
Okay.
This
We're
reminds
gonna
me
play-
of your wedding.
That's right.
Is that the game?
We're gonna play a little
Oh
game.
my gosh.
For everyone to get to know Jami and Andrew just a little bit better.
Oh, Jesus. I was really into it.
We got one Andrew, one Jamie.
Oh my God.
Okay. So here's the deal. You guys have to stand back to back, and maybe you want to go in the middle there, so we'll be able to see. So you can't look at each other. You do back to back.
Go in the middle.
So maybe go back down by Jeff. And you gotta hold it. Okay. All right. So we're gonna ask you guys to keep the heads down. We're gonna ask you guys a few questions about yourselves, and you answer by raising the appropriate head. Okay.
No peeking.
No peeking. Okay. Here we go. Who is the better driver?
Better driver. Oh.
Oh, wrong out the gate. This is not going well.
Right.
Who holds their liquor better?
Come on. It's going to be evident in about half an hour. So
Who made the first move?
Oh.
When you were lost, who was more likely to ask for directions?
There you go.
Who is the first to apologize during an argument? Come on, Andrew.
That's good.
Good thing.
All right.
Who Who would be the first to take it all off at a nude beach? Who is the better cook? No, he ate.
Ah, concession.
Nope. Who would be more likely to bring home a stray pet?
Yeah, really.
Who is more likely to be caught reading an Us Weekly magazine?
Oh, someone's going to be apologizing tonight.
Who is messier? We thought so. Who is more likely to break out into a spontaneous interpretive dance?
Mabel, give us a piece of that action. Come on. Yeah, give us the
More
Mabel
likely to
dance.
be a stay-at-home parent? Neither is the answer, neither.
Face off.
Okay.
Disqualified.
All right. Who wears the pants?
Can't win
Who
on
wears
that
the
one.
pants in the family?
That's so
Take that any way you want to take it. Any way you want.
Gotta work with me a little bit.
Who is the better dresser?
Oh, it's easy.
Right. Give it up.
That's easy. We love you, but that's easy.
Who is more athletic?
Come on. Yeah.
Jamie? Who has better looking feet?
Oh.
Who has more of a type A personality?
He looks so confused during the wedding. During the wedding? This weekend? Yeah.
Jami and Andrew.
Who is more indecisive? Who said I love you first?
Tomorrow's about. I don't know.
All right.
There you go.
There you go.
I think she's coming up to get behind our house.
gonna stay down here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you guys
right,
just hang
right?
out. You can have my chair. Go for it.
Yeah, we should get 2 chairs and put them up here. Let's see, where's Pepe?
Pepe, can we get a couple chairs up here? Pepe?
Pepe from Mexico City.
That's Pepe. I just wanted to add a little bit to Andrea's information about all the lovely professions Jami has gone through until she is settled on being the world famous photog that she is. During my tenure with Jami, we started pre-med. Actually did take the MCAT, that's right. After that, let's see. I think you were a suicide prevention counselor. Very good on the resume. After that, we had barista at Starbucks. Many of you may not know this. Jami was a barista. After the barista, she dabbled a bit in the astrology. And if it wasn't for Jami, I would not know that my moon house is Libra and that I was supposed to marry an Aries. But I got a Pisces, so I don't know how good your astrology was. And then the culinary arts. You did dabble a bit in the culinary arts and pastry chef. Is that what you were aiming for? I don't know what I was aiming for. And then you became a vegetarian at that point. So I don't know what happened in that whole mix. But we're so glad that you became a photographer. I know that we've all benefited from that, and your work is beautiful, and we just can't get enough of it. So. Okay.
I'm giving you a hug, though. Okay, you can give me a hug. Okay, okay. Okay, another one later. thoughts. We need some tequila.
Here, give him this one.
Okay. No, we've got it. We've got you guys covered. We've got you guys covered.
They got it.
Sorry. I'm sure you guys can get the champagne. Quick.
Tequila. Think of tequila.
Nonetheless. So I'm Jamie's first cousin, and I'm up here representing my sister Julie, wave, and brother Danny, wave, Danny. Yo, Danny. Purple shirt. Anyway, I did prepare something beautifully on my BlackBerry for this event, and we were going to roast Jamie, but we've been doing that our entire lives. So tonight is actually thoughtful, normal. But let me find it. Hold on. Let me find it. Hi, I'm Rebecca. No. So anyway, my mother is Uncle Dave's sister, and Uncle Dave is Jamie's father. Just so you guys know the genealogy of the situation. And I'm representing the Roth siblings. So we are absolutely so pumped to be here to celebrate Jami and Andrew's wedding. Many of our fondest memories of growing up were together spent on vacations, whether it was skiing or going to the beach. Now the real thing is that the cousins always had a way of finding trouble. Always. But Jami knows best that we were very, very good at making friends with the resort staff. When I say we, I mean Jami. And because of that, Coconut Kenneth,
Leave the whole bottle, that's fine.
Coconut Kenneth sends his best, and now the rest of the resort staff across the country and the world, both on cruises and on land, are devastated.
Coconut kitty.
Really, the best part of this is that while Jami and Adam are technically our first cousins, they feel more like strangers to us. No, seriously, we do feel super lucky because they really function as our siblings. I talk to Jami multiple times a week, and I was fortunately involved in almost every step of the way in this courtship. Helped it, maybe hindered it, saved it a few times, and watched Jami and Andrew throughout the way. So lucky for us, well, really for Jami, Andrew has become such a natural fit for our family. Hopefully he agrees, but if he doesn't, it's too late now, sucker. So really, please raise your glasses with us to toast Jami and Andrew, well, Andy as we like to call him, for a life filled with family, good food, and happiness. Mazel tov.
Mazel tov.
Cheers.
Right, you got me mic'd out.
Bring out Pepe. Pepe has something to say.
Scott and Jeff. There you are. Come on up.
All right.
Okay, sure.
No, we're sending this.
Thanks. Can you all hear me?
Yes.
I'm Scott Olson. I am a psychiatrist, although not, as many of you have come to think of me, as their couples therapist who did brought on this vacation. So not. But I'm here with my partner, Jeff. We're actually the new kids in the group, I think, because we've only known Jami and Andrew since they photographed our wedding about a year and a half ago. We were together about 23 years and decided that it would be perfect mind to have a wedding ceremony. And you all know, I guess, better than we do, that when you meet people who are so kind, so smart, and so funny, you hold on as tight as you can. And so here we are, less than 2 years later, having shared their engagement on St. Bart's, which I can't believe is our privilege to say we did. And now here we are at their wedding in Mexico, which is just amazing. And this destination wedding idea is quite wonderful, right? I think it's really pretty great. Except as a psychiatrist, I wanted to fill you in on my thoughts about why this is a destination wedding. You might think it's because Jami and Andrew wanted to spend one time in a gorgeous setting, having this little Jami and Andrew love fest. But I actually think it's for a slightly different reason, based on information that I'm privy to. One night this summer, Jami came to spend a night at our house in the Hamptons, which was actually on her own because Andrew had something to do. And heterosexual men in the room who might not
No,
know the details
I'm good,
of this
thank you.
movie, I will fill you in.
Yeah, I'll take another
There's an
beer.
elaborate sequence in which Carrie, who's played by
Mateo.
Sarah Jessica
Mateo.
Parker, gets to try on all of these wedding dresses for a Vogue shoot. Now, Jamie had her camera sitting right in front of her on the coffee table, as she often does. And no pictures were taken of this rather gorgeous, elaborate moment in this movie. But then a few minutes later, there's a big scene where she's wearing a huge feather on her head, and she's about to get married to Big, and you've watched this show for 9 years, and you've waited for this moment. And she goes up this polished marble steps of the New York Public Library, and all of a sudden her cell phone rings, and she realizes she has a message. And Jamie reaches for her camera, and sure enough, the message is, "He's not coming." And she says, "He's not coming, he's not coming. Get me out of here." And she drops the phone, but Jamie snaps a picture of this moment. I promise. Look on her website, it's there on the one Polaroid a day. There's a photo of Sarah Jessica Parker finding out her groom is not coming. So the real reason for this whole elaborate route getting us all to come to Mexico and all settle in is because, Andrew, you can't get out of here. You're trapped. So there will be no running away. There you have it. So you may think we're here for all sorts of lovely reasons, but it's actually a little more scheming than that. But in all seriousness, actually, I actually want to play psychiatrist in it because I think there's a number of anxieties that are in the room before a wedding, and I kind of want to do my job tonight and get rid of some of those. I actually want to start in all seriousness with Jamie's parents, Joanne and I guess with Andrew's brothers, and maybe you'll convey this to your mom. I think that weddings are as much about a bride and groom as they are parents and the dreams they have for their kids. And I think you spend a lot of time raising kids with an enormous amount of suspense about what will happen. Will they be happy? Will they find love? And I can say to you both tonight as their parents that despite any mistakes you may have made, like leaving the E off of Jamie's name, as your head hits the pillow tonight, you should sleep easy, really, because you've done a wonderful job of raising beautiful, vibrant kids who love their lives and are generous in how much they give to the people around them. They have an incredible gift for taking things of very little value, some chemicals and paper or a piece of wood, and turning them into things that you want to hold on to forever, and that are filled with something quite wonderful and that you cherish, really. And so imagine what they can do with the people they love. They take these small moments in life and they infuse them with creativity and humor and joy in ways that we've come to cherish even more than any photograph or piece of furniture you're going to make. Now, speaking to you, as I said at our wedding, if you're lucky, you get 3 families in your life. You get the one you were born into, and then if you survive them, you get to make one up of your friends and family and the people you come to know. And then finally, if you're really, really lucky, you get to meet somebody and start a family of your own. So all the suspense in your lives of how this is going to turn out is answered tonight. This is how it turns out. You're in a room, you're surrounded by people who love you. You love each other, and you're going to have a wonderful life together, and we all know that. So here's the anxiety, though, of getting married. The vow is not, based on the people I know today, I promise to love you and cherish you for the rest of my life. That's not the vow. The vow is, based on anybody I'm going to meet ever, I promise to love you for the rest of my life. And I can tell you that for this one, you guys have it made. It should be very easy. It should be a piece of cake. Our kids, Miller and Elizabeth, know this about you from the day we saw Jamie's Cheshire Cat smile for the first time in City Hall, and then when we met Andrew. You're both brilliant, beautiful people who not only have enormous love, but enormous respect for one another, which gets you through everything. And you know how to spin gold out of these ordinary moments in life, and all those moments get to mean something over time. So you have minds that are capable of knowing what you love and making it happen, and hearts that are big enough to take us all along for the ride. And we know that the big adventure in your life is not happening in Nepal, but it's going to happen when you get home. And we are all privileged to be part of it, and we love you so much. And on
behalf of Jeffrey and me and everybody, all the best to you.
Michelle, are you ready? It's kind of hard to follow up on that. No pressure. No pressure here. Yeah. Ready.
Michelle's not working.
It's not working?
No, you told me to
Look,
press.
I gotta take a speech. I gotta. What's going on, bud? Press your button.
Yep, I see the little light in the back is flashing.
Anyone can do this.
Is that good?
Yeah, you think? It's because of the improv classes you gave me years ago. Thanks.
This is so healthy.
I'm gonna have to sit down. Sorry, guys. Boy meets girl. Girl falls for boy. Boy screws something up and pisses off girl. Girl forgives boy. Boy and girl move in together. Cat and dog make peace. Boy asks girl to marry him on some paid vacation to an exotic place. And then she says yes. And they celebrate for a whole entire year. But I digress, and with your permission, I'd like to recount a slightly more detailed account as I bring to you.
And then she said yes, theater, the early years. While based on a true story, some segments may be traumatized for entertainment value and or fabricated due to brain damage and related symptoms.
This account may cause habit instability, children, marriage, discomfort, and abdominal pain. In the first 7 years that I knew Jamie, we spent much time together as friends, who at some times were inseparable. Having the fortune to share many things, when we met, we were both starting our 6th career in photography, and we were both 22.
Yes, they worked together, they laughed together, acted as inspiration and were co-conspirators, until that one fateful afternoon when Jamie was only 24.
Jamie started talking about this furniture guy with a serious tone. I noticed she shifted from using boy at the end of her special male friend nicknames to guy.
The world as we knew it was about to change.
Andrew Rabel, a.k.a. Furniture Guy, enters a picture literally at the UPS store under a false pretense and discloses his dire need for photographs while sweet-talking Jamie into a lifetime of bliss.
Wait, what?
I said, Andrew Rabel, a.k.a. Furniture Guy, enters the picture literally at the UPS store and under false pretense discloses his dire need for photographs while sweet-talking Jamie into a lifetime of bliss.
Yeah, our lives. They were pretty busy building our photo empire. And that, it was a couple months before I met this furniture guy. But we made time, and over a few, or maybe more, glasses of wine, I was finally at ease. My best friend had met someone really special. Begrudgingly, I agreed. Andrew and I immediately taunted each other with that East Coast sarcasm and realized that our playful bickering and name-calling was a tension point for Jamie. We bonded over knowing the very person who called our rock.
Then, as a little puppy, eager to please its master. What? Then, as a little puppy, eager to please its master, Andrew started showing up to her photo shoots.
Yeah, and I realized that after a few months that furniture photo job that she put a bid in for wasn't going to happen. I was assistant on that, by the way. And this furniture guy was going to be a permanent fixture. I was washed up, replaced. Yesterday's news. He thought he was slick. Getting a good deal out of making her a girlfriend. Still thinking that's a good deal, Andrew Saunders.
This has been an episode of And Then She Said Yes Theater, the early years. And tune in tomorrow when you'll hear Michelle say,
Cheers to the Saunders. I mean the Rabels.
Love you lots. I'm not kidding.
I'll see the Sex and the City reference here. I mean, we got furniture guy, he's got a dog, a female dog with a male name. I mean, what's going on here? Are you Carrie? Aiden? That one didn't turn out well, so you're gonna be, you'll be big. Yeah. You'll be big.
It will be big.
Okay, it kind of wouldn't be Jami and Andrew's.
Oh God. I don't know
Okay,
where
here it
she's going.
comes.
Oh God.
I'm here to kind of relive Jami's past a little bit. I'm not going to name names, but there have been some dates in the past, and I'm just going to say this. Anybody that knows Jami knows there are some randoms. And Jami is such a light, she's such a beautiful person that she just attracts randoms. And some of the randoms that will remain nameless, well, okay, this isn't nameless, but Mauricio Schwartz. College, you know what I'm talking about. Okay.
The Mexican Jew.
Yeah, Mexican Jewish guy. I mean, what, is this why your wedding's here? What's going on? No, I'm just kidding. No, he was bad news. Then Jami at WashU, which is, from what I understand, like predominantly Jewish, right? Finds the most goy, blonde hair, blue-eyed kid with a tattoo of a cross on his back.
Dad thought it was a cross. It was a Keith Haring painting.
Yeah, it was a cross. Jami, I saw it. It was a cross.
Worse is gay.
Yeah. It was a cross. But one of my favorite, I guess, dates or whatever was when we moved to Fort Collins. I didn't know anyone. Jami didn't know anyone. We had one friend. She was 60 years old. Her name was Gail. And that was our one friend that we had. But we're both working at nonprofits. I was working at the Girl Scouts. Jami was working at Suicide Prevention.
Too bad it's not your wedding, so I can take that microphone right back.
Anyway, we were living on food stamps. I mean, it was the best of times. It was the worst of times. It's a Dickens novel. Anyway, so my work had a holiday party, I guess you call it, and I didn't know anybody in town, and all I ever talked about was Jami this, Jami that, da 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 da. So I invite Jami to my holiday party. So she comes to the holiday party. I got there before her. She shows up after work in a rainbow t-shirt. Mind you, I work at the Girl Scouts, okay? From that moment on, all of Fort Collins thought Jami and I were dating. I mean, it was like the news in town. Jami and Liz are an item, and it kind of actually ended up helping me at the Girl Scouts. I got like, the next day I went into work. Everyone was really excited to welcome me into the fold. It was great. There's some other randoms that will remain nameless, but Andrew, I just have to say, the second I met you, I knew that you were the one. I mean, you just fit in so well with all of us. It was just incredible. And the way that you and Jami are together, I mean, I don't know. It's good times. And you're Jewish, which is kind of Jewish. Close enough, exactly. And you're gainfully employed.
Yes. Close enough.
Close enough. All I have to say is, honestly, the second I met you, it was like open arms. This was who you were meant to be with, Jami, and I just could not be happier for the both of you. I love both of you, like, just, I can't even say it. So, here we go.
Here we go. Let's say it.
Oh yeah, we also should raise a glass to that. Dr. Saunders insists.
You're here.
Here we go.
Cheers.
May your ups and downs come in the bedroom.
There you go.
Brune. In Jamie's life, maybe Kelly Feldman. I think I've known Jamie forever. I have no idea. Joni Bones at 4th grade. Is that right? Joanne and David were like a second family to me in my life. And they raised the most beautiful, wonderful girl ever. And I'm so happy to be here. And Liz said, can you think of anything to say? I need some dirt for Jamie. And I'm like, oh my gosh. It's so hard to come up with dirt for Jamie because Jamie, from my perspective as a child and grown up to be this wonderful woman, just is an inspiration. And people have used words today that I want to take your words and say them again. She is contagious with love and spirit. And I know that when Andrew met her, and I hear these stories about how he pursued her, saw that immediately. And I am so happy to be here, like everybody else. And I think that the destination wedding is so perfectly fitting for them because it's such a closeness, and I've gotten to meet her family and meet her friends in New York and meet people throughout her life. And everybody here is so wonderful, and it just shows a reflection of who Andrew and Jami are. So, congratulations to both of you.
I've known Jamie for about, 8 years now? And when I first met her, I was obviously in high school, very young. And I just want to say, I've always looked up to Jamie, and she's always just been an inspiration to me. And her, can you talk right now? Her infectious spirit and her inspiring outlook on life and her big heart, I've always looked up to her. I know sometimes we won't talk very often, but I know we will always have a closeness about us. Whether it be staying up late in the house in Dallas talking about life, love, relationships, maybe a little bit of politics, and to our trips to Tahoe and all the trips to New York. And I will say this, most recently my trip to New York, I stayed with Jami and Andrew, and I really got to know Andrew very well, and I got to see the love that they have for each other, and it's amazing. So I just want to say I love you both, and congratulations. Okay, Joanne.
All right.
Still good. With the baby.
Kelly.
Leave that for the older generation, Cal. I can't believe it. You two are wonderful. You go together and treasure each other. The word is contagious, it's lovely, and you guys are the best. You complement each other with such compassion and understanding, and there you go. And cheers. Best of love, best of health and happiness. You will make a difference, and we love you.
Right. No thanks.